Hi everybody, let's start today Geometry Chapter 1 objective. We will know about the basic terms in geometry first. So you remember vocabulary is very important in every math subject. So what is points? What is a point? Point means it has, this is a point, no direction, it has no dimensions, it doesn't have length, width or height, but it does have a position or a location, and we can name it by a capital letter, any letter. So this is my point A. We can call this point A with a capital letter. Now, what is a line? Line extends in opposite directions. So it means something like this is a line. That's a line which extends in, you guys can tell, it extends in both direction, in opposite directions, and it has no dimensions. I'm sorry, it has only one dimension, which is a length. Okay, it doesn't have a width, it's just a length. How to name it? You can name it by a single lowercase letter, like you can say this is a line L, or you can name it by any 2 points on the line. For example, point A, and I can say a point B, and remember capital letters for the points. So we can name this line L, or we can say line AB, and you have to make a line on top of it so you know this is a line with the 2 arrows in opposite directions, or you can say BA. Either way is good. Okay, so these are lines. Now let's talk about plane. What is a plane? A plane extends in 2 dimensions without end. So this is my plane. This is called a plane. Now pay attention what the definition or the description goes. A plane extends in 2 dimensions without end. The 2 dimensions are length and width. This is length and width. It extends in 2 dimensions, but no thickness. There is no thickness. It can extend like in a width and length. It can also extend as a width, but no thickness. It's a flat surface. We represent this as a flat surface. Okay. Now, how do we name it? You can name it by a single capital letter, or you can name it by any 3 points on the plane. The 3 points are not supposed to be on the same line. That's what it is, okay? So I can name this a plane P, like with a capital letter. And I can also name it, or I can also name it a plane ABC. You see the A and C are on the same line, but B is not. So the 3 points that we have on the plane not supposed to be on the same line, all 3 of them. So, or you can say our plane A, B, and C. Okay. And now I have this diagram right there. It's a plane P, or a plane RRVS, or RQV, any one of those. Let's do some questions about this. For example, part A, write 2 other ways to name QT. QT, you can name it TQ, right? It's just another way to write it down, or you can say line M. It's fine. This is a line, right? So if I want to name it a line, it's gonna be line M. Sorry. It's going to be line M, or you can say T, no, that's a capital T, I'm sorry, TQ, a line, or you can say QT is a line, either way. Okay, what is plane P? How do we name plane P? Like different names for P. So I can say for plane P. I can also name this plane plane RVS. You see, RVS. Or I can name it RQV or RVQ. Either way, good. Okay. RQV and RVS or RSV, either, it's good. Name 3 points that are collinear. Name 3 points that are collinear. What do you mean by collinear? The points that are on the same line are called collinear, like R, Q, S. And they're supposed to go in the same order, like Q is in the middle, then in between, then Q has to go in between. Okay. Now, 4 points, name 4 points that are, for example, 4 points that are coplanar. So this is collinear, how do you spell collinear? Collinear points. Now, how do I name a coplanar? Like 4 points that are coplanar. Coplanar, like on the same planar, on the same plane. So 4 points. It's R. The points are R, Q, S, and V. You see the points R, Q, S, and V. T is not on a plane because it's outside the plane, so it's not coplanar. Okay. What else we can do? Line segment. What is line segment? So let's try line segment. Line segments are, a segment is a part of line. It consists 2 endpoints. It consists 2 endpoints like this, right? It has like 2 these endpoints and doesn't have that arrow. All the points are between them. So if I have this segment, this is A and that's a B. So I would say this is a segment. And how do I name this? It's going to be AB, a segment, like just a line on top of AB, or you can say BA. It's a segment. Okay. Now, what is ray? Okay, let's talk about ray. How does ray look? Ray is a part of line. It consists of an endpoint and all points of the line on one side of the endpoint. So ray is this. This is a ray. Look, you have an arrow on one side and you have a point up here. Okay, it started in this direction. If I name this, that's A, and I can also make a point up here, B. That's a ray. And you have to be very careful about the ray part. You see, ray goes in this direction, like from A to B. So I have to write it like A to B, and I have to make a direction like that. You see that? A to B. You can't say B to A, because I'm not going B to A, I'm going A to B. If that was another way, for example, let's pick this, and it going like this. You see that? Then I can say, okay, that's A, and that's, okay, B. Then I can say my ray is going B to A. See, I'm starting B and going in A direction. So that's how, you're careful on the arrow thingies. Okay. Opposite rays are the rays that share the same endpoint. Like, for example, I can say this. For example, I make 3 points here. 1, 2, 3. So this is A, that's a B, that's a C. So I can say the opposite rays. So I can say BA. Do you see that? I'm starting B and I'm going in A direction. And if I start B and going in C direction, so that's going to be B and C. Okay, what else we need to know in this? Okay, let's do some examples. I'm going to write my questions here first. Part A. Draw 3 non-collinear points like M, N, and L. Question B is draw M, N, it's a line. Okay. Draw, part C, draw N, L, a segment. D, draw L, M array. What else we need? Now let's draw these and then we can answer the rest of the questions. Okay, so non-collinear points M and L, like they are not non-collinear, they are not on the same line. So I can make a point M here, I can make a point N here, I can make a point L here. They are not on the same line. So here we go. Draw MN. MN means that's a line, like in two directions. It's gonna go in opposite direction. So I can name that, for example, M and N. Okay, draw a segment. So I'm gonna draw a segment right there. That's a segment. And I mean, the line is not straight, but that's okay. It's N and L. Here we go. That's a segment at point NL. Draw a ray. So we're gonna draw a ray here. And that will be starting with L and going towards M. So be careful on that one. Okay, done. Now, what is how do we say intersection of lines? If two distinct lines, like for example, if I make a line, that one, it goes like this, and I make another line like that, okay, then I would say that's a C. I have these points right there. I have A, B, I have a C, I have a D over here, and I have a E. Now, A and B, and A, B, like A, B, and I can say D, B, D, B, or intersecting. I would say A, E, and B, D intersecting at point C. See that? A, E, a line, is intersecting, and DB intersecting at point C. C. So that's the intersection where they are meeting together. Now let's talk about intersection of planes. How do we do that? I don't have any pictures here for it, but intersection of planes means, because if I have two planes, like I have two planes and they intersect at one line, exactly one line, then we call them, it's like an intersection of planes, that line. So that's how they're supposed to be right there. Okay, now if you guys have any questions on all of this, like this is kind of pretty simple. We were just talking about the definition, the description for each one of the words that we're going to use in geometry. You will see it a lot. If you have any question, comment below, like my video if it helped you, and also subscribe. I would appreciate it. See you next time. Bye.